mute things. That'd be great if I remember to be a streamer and actually unmute my stuff. That was hot. Not that I was super talking, but
Hi, Dan! Hello! I'm alright. How about yourself? How you doing today? What are you up to today? How you hanging? Ooh, what you playing? Probably gonna game in the evening. I told my friend I'd play Lethal with him. Because I wasn't feeling good yesterday, but I'm feeling good today. Oh! Fun.
Sometimes, though, not being able to aim in a shoot game is even funnier. If you have funny words you want on a little singlet, also, I am totally open to suggestions. I started this cuff the other day, but I wasn't able to finish it because I ran out of cord to make the rotating bit. This is the cuff it's going on. It's this nice and bright one. Yeah, it's a rainbow rotator. I made this one the other day. I want to say I made this one Thursday night, but it literally used up the last of my like fabric colored elastic cord, so I wasn't able to work on it. I just had enough to finish the base of the rotator. So I had to wait because I got this, where'd I put it? I got this rainbow colored stretch cord, and it has been an absolute lovely experience to work with. I really like this stretch cord. It's smooth. It stretches really nicely. Also, it's fucking neon rainbow, like, hello. I made a cuff with it the other day. So you can see the colors change on the ladder stitch on this one. And it just stretches really nicely. And I don't feel... The knots are feel way more secure in it than like my other cord. Because the elastic cord that I got, I have a plastic one, and it's like, it works, but I'm so afraid of it coming undone. I actually bought crazy glue, so I'm gonna go and glue a lot of the knots on the plastic corded ones, but with the fabric ones, I'm not worried at all about it coming untied. But I like this one. Look at it. You can flip it. I did make another rotator cuff last night too when I had a migraine. So I have this one, which is actually, it's got two rotating bits on it. So you have this little checkerboard one and then this just dotty one, and they both rotate independently. But it's like all jelly beads. Like, the base itself looks really nice. Like, look at that. I like that base too. It does just feel better in general. These were also done with the rainbow cord. You can see it changes color on the checkerboard one. And there's the rainbow cord, you can see it through the jellies, which I think is really nice. Because when I bought the rainbow cord, I know, right? I also bought this big bucket of beads. And what really made me laugh, so I got this off of Amazon. I did buy more beads. But talking about more beads, do you want to see what I got? I got more letters! So I got black letters, and then I got colorful letters so I can make more. And these are sorted by letters, so it's easier for me to find them. But here's the funny thing. So you can see on here it very clearly says 1.5 pounds of pony beads, 75 feet of bead stretching cord, 2 beading needles. So these are the beading needles that came in here. But here's the funny bit about the cord that came with it. So this was the cord that came in, and you'll notice that the backing here is like ripped out. So do you notice a website on here? It's Walmart. And what's funny, this is Walmart's brand of cord, so it's like someone took out the it took the barcode off of the Walmart brand of cord, and it was put in here with all of the beads. I don't know why that's so amazing. Like, there's just something about that that's just so asininely funny to me. So it's like I had paid extra so it would ship faster because I wanted my cord so I could, make more projects, because hyperfixation is like that. I don't want to wait on making things. I want to make the things right away. That's how I am. So I had paid the extra money for... Well, so here's the thing, too, is like... You can buy... I think it's the same manufacturer. That's my conspiracy theory. And do you want to know why that's my conspiracy theory? So, the thing is, you can buy packs of pony beads at Walmart, and you'll notice this is the same brand. It's the Hello Hobby. I don't think I have the baggie that it was in anymore, but I had bought a pack that was a mix of the jelly beads and pearlescent beads. And the reason I don't have the bag anymore is I sorted it into my case already. So you can buy... I have so many tins of beads around me right now. So this is a kit you can buy at Walmart, and I in fact actually just bought a brand new one. And you'll notice something. It's the Hello Hobby brand again. These, you'll notice the jelly beads on top. These are the exact same beads that are in the bucket. So I think it's just a case of it's the same beads, it just has a different label. So I think it's the same cord, it just has the newer label, but they use the older design bucket kind of thing. Because I've only ever found the buckets available to purchase online. But this is in fact the same kit you can buy. You can buy this kit with the other label on it from their website, but it's literally like the same exact kit. And I know this is the same kit because it used to be labeled as the beadery. Because, as I showed you, I have this kit already. I've had this one for a while and I peeled the label off of it. And I in fact actually have an even older version of this kit. So the new versions of these bead boxes, they have a hinge on the lid, but there's an even older version which is this is a softer plastic. There's an older version that had a harder plastic where the lid came completely off. And I have that one as well, at least I used to. I think I have something else stored in that tin, or I got rid of it because it was kind of a pain in the ass to get things out of. So, it's all the same beads. It's just slightly... Oh, I forgot to fix my fucking audio, I just realized. Me, in here, realizing, oh, I messed up my audio last time I was streaming. Yeah, video... output. Recording. Okay. Edit view. Properties. Hello. Give it to me. Desktop audio. Yeah, you should. That's what it was. Ah, found it. I found why it was being weird. Alright, so that should stop recording my desktop audio on my VODs, because I don't want that. I noticed it when I went to go upload my last VOD. I was just like, shit, you can hear my backing music. So anyway, that's my big brain conspiracy theory, is it's all the same brand. It just depends on which one they use it. And I just found that really funny over the fact that they did that. Like, obviously I don't care because I have that brand anyway. Like, I think that's the funniest bit, is clearly I don't really give a shit because I use that brand anyway. Quite clearly, I am already using that brand. Like, I full ass use both brands of beads. I'm using that right now. I'm using the Hello Hobby brand of beads for this one. And the reason I also, yeah. So the other reason I think it's just the same menu and they just changed the packaging is because it's like, there is a difference in beads for the same packaging. So like I said, these are also Hello Hobby ones. So this is a pack of pastel ones. These are the same ones as this. Their barrel is slightly thinner. So if I hold up the two beads, there is ever so slightly a difference in the barrel size. So these are the ones from the tin and what I got in the bucket. But you can see, it's hard to see, but it's like the white one is slightly narrower, whereas this one's a little more chunky. But I think it's funny. So it's like, I think it's all the same people. It's just, these are, because you can, like I said, you can buy baggies with the same Hello Hobby marketing on it of those beads at Walmart for $3. And I know I can, because I do buy them. And I would have bought another bag of them actually, but I wanted the, so when you buy the bags of them, the bags of these beads, you only get the pearlescent ones and the jelly ones. You only get those two. You can't buy this middle row at Walmart unless you buy the full box. I can buy them online if I wanted to. I just didn't feel like ordering them online. So I just bought a whole other box because I'm going to use them anyway. Because what'll end up happening is once I'm done with my current box of them, I'm going to just use that to sort my perler beads. Because I need a container to sort my perler beads, so it's like, okay, once I finish up these pony beads, I'm going to use it to sort my perlers. Because it makes sense. I just think it's funny. But that's just a theory. A bead theory! Oh, that kind of hurt my throat to do that joke. I should turn my AC on. Where did I put the remote? Where did I put my AC remote? Okay, I had my AC remote before I started stream. It's under all the beads somewhere. Under the beads! The beads have taken over my entire space. Quite literally, I am absolutely surrounded by beads. I'm not showing because I don't feel like showing that. There it is. It's just getting hot, so. Granted, I think my bedroom door is open, so a lot of good my AC will do. I'm just gonna cool the entire hallway. Dun, 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 dun. But I thought it'd be really cool to, like, because I just wanted to see how these would work in a cuff. That was kind of like the, because it's like, I know how the other pony beads work, because I like those. I use those, they're my preferred. I don't really think I'll probably buy these specific neons again unless I want that specific vibe, because I have a couple bags of them that I need to get used up. Oh, my bad. It's Go Create is the label on these, but it's all the same group anyway, and I know it's the same group. And the funnier bit is I know the well, not necessarily the manufacturer, but I know the distribution has also done some of the beading kits that I've not reviewed, but I've done them on stream before. I don't know. I find it funny. This kind of thing amuses me. There's just something that's just kind of like, about it to me. I find amusement in little things, clearly, because I have just been making a bunch of silly little bracelets for no real reason. Like, you should see the bucket that I have, like, the candy dish that I had filled. Also, I like this row kind of looks like an almost a very wrong pride flag for bi. Because the pink and the purple, like, the blue should be swapped with, like, the pink should be where the blue is, the blue should be where the like, it should be a big pink, purple in the middle, and then the blue, like. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Honestly, someday I'm gonna get a different system for the beads other than these little tackle box ones. Because, honestly, I don't particularly care for the tackle box ones. They're hard to get my hands into sometimes, my little nubby fingers. God, I am such a good streamer. As I cover the entirety of what I'm doing with my fucking hands. I have made some new fun. I'm trying to not spam the Discord with all the things that I've been making, but like, here we go. Look at this! Look at this little. I made this little alien banner last night. Like, he's just a little guy. Thought it was neat. It's not on stretch cord. It's on a different cord, but neat. What are the ones I made last night? But I made these ones last night. This was my sister's idea. It says propaganda, and it has a couple of glow-in-the-dark stars on it. This was also my sister's idea. It says the gay agenda, and I made sure that it does the same rainbow. This was my friend Aster's idea. It just says poggers, and then I did this kind of like neon-y. This is just a simple little mushy run. Just got the clay mushrooms. I'm not the biggest fan of these clay beads. Like, they have this weird, like, I know it's because they're polymer clay, but they just feel weird to me, and I'm like always afraid they're gonna like snap off or something. I actually had a case where a couple of these ripped straight through because they're so inconsistently like poked through. But I made this little mushy one. This was also Aster's idea. It just says cringe, and then I did these heart and star beads. My sister called this my threatening aura bracelet because whenever I'm being ominous, I just do the colon parentheses smiley face, and I thought these would look really good if I did the smileys with the rainbow patterning, and then doing the black beads in between. This is just another one of clay beads. I just thought it'd be fun to do. It's just a nice symmetrical design between these like rainbow little pillar beads, and then I have the checkerboards on each end. And then this one was my idea. This one says, my tummy hurts. He's got little flowers, and it's just kind of cutesy, and just my tummy hurts, and those are the ones I made last night. Oh, that plus, like I said, I made this rotating cuff last night as well, so these were all made last night alongside this one. So these were last night's adventures, was all of these once I got my order of beads. I just spam made all of these. The greatest warrior with the tummy pains. I know. I have one that just says anxiety. I didn't make that one last night. That was one of the first ones I made. There's one in this bin that just says anxiety. Oh no, it says anxious. So put anxious with my tummy hurts. Actually I can. Anxious. And then just my tummy hurts. There. Yeah, think of more words. They're fun. Just whatever's. I already told someone no to Bazinga though, because I ain't doing that. I don't like Big Bang Theory. But yeah, those are a bunch. And I love how they all look together. Like, look how fun that is. Just. I want to make another one of these star ones, which is kind of why I bought the other. Yeah, they're like the stamps. Oh, stamps were so fun. I remember when DeviantArt was fun. Um, but I want to make another one of these star cuffs. That's kind of why I bought the box with the solids, because I like the solid ones in here. So I'm gonna make another one of these. I don't know if I'll do this one on stream or not, or if I'll do it later, because mostly I want to finish this rotator, and I want to make some more singles. I also might make a couple more wormy ones, because I might use the fabric cord instead to make a couple worms, because this worm one's really stiff and I'm so afraid of it snapping. Actually, most of my worm ones are stiff. All three of the worm ones I've made, they have that stiffness to them, so it's like this one, I'm so afraid of them snapping, so it's like I might make more worm candies like this, but I think I'll use the fabric colored one. So that might be what the stream devolves into at some point, is I might be making singlets, and I might make worm cuffs. But like I said, mostly I want to finish this one first. I also got little plastic baggies to hold some of the beads that are falling everywhere. My sister has these snack bags from when she bakes. So my little sister has a lot of these little snackies, so I was like, yeah, I can do a pink one. Do you want so the question with that is, do you want just a solid big old worm like this? Because I can use jellies or pearlescents as this one, but with the little worms, I only have these pastel ones. And where's my other worm? I have another worm in here. I've gotten to that point, I have to like rummage. Oh, there it is. I was like, I know there's another worm in here. So I do have this worm as well, but like I said, this one's also they're very stiff, especially the smaller worms. Like, and I'm honestly not sure how I feel about the eyes on this one. I am looking into ordering more of these mini ones just to see. So like the pearlescent one had more colors on it, so it ended up not having the space to write a worm, so it just has a little rainbow on it. But if you want like a big old solid worm, I can do that too, because I do have the pearlescents, I have the jelly ones, I also have pastel. So when it comes to the bigger worm, there are more options for this one color-wise than there are on the mini ones. So, but I do have pink for both the minis, so I can make a mini one in solid pink. Just let me know which one you want to do. Because when it comes to the pinks, I have, like I said, I have this nice pearlescent one. I do have this more solid one. I have the jelly ones, and I have way more jellies than what's in here. This is my old container. You can see how scratched up the container is. You also notice I have the ring light now, so it's a little better lighting tonight. But I also have, excuse you, stop falling on me. I have this lighter pastel one. And I do have some of the matte ones, but I don't have a lot of these matte ones. And I have another container that I guess I forgot on the other side of the room that has more pastels in it, but it's on the other side of the room and I would have to move the entire table, and I don't want to move the entire table because I finally got the camera angle nicely. But yeah, something to think about while you think about words. Decisions. I feel like it's gonna rain. What is the forecast for today? Alright, Weather Channel. Precipitation. Oh yeah, that's why it feels shitty. There's fucking 80% humidity. I want you to know the fictional man lover bracelet that I originally made, that you had decided on, that's a big favorite of people whenever I've posted it. Everyone like, so true, so true. Gotta work on finishing my new PNG tuber before art fight. Hey, on a plus, because I'm on Team Seafoam, I don't have to make a new overlay this year. Because my overlay is already oceanic. No extra work for me except making my PNG tuber. But to be fair, the PNG tuber that I'm currently working on for myself, I actually already sketched that a while ago. I just put clothes on her because she was naked in my original sketch. Like, I drew her with the iPad and everything, but I didn't give her clothes. So she now has clothes. Might have to order another size of this cord that's slightly thicker just to make some of these a little more stiff, because this wants to keep undoing itself. Say we're about halfway done, so I think I'm gonna have to add more cord onto this. You're naked. You got a booba all over. The funny thing is, though, in the sketch of it, though, the iPad covered the boobs. So I think that's why I hadn't bothered actually drawing her clothing yet, because I think I drew it originally before I designed her outfit. So I think it was a leftover from when I designed her original fit. Because I originally just sketched her like just as she was, like just full out there, Leviathan mermaid. She don't need clothing, except I want to stream with her as my avatar on Twitch, so it definitely needs clothing. But I like the outfit that I have designed for her. So naked. Yeah, my nose is itchy. I keep forgetting what day it is. It's Monday. Do it! Do it, Dan! No! Not the block! I feel that. I have things I need to draw, but I've just been, like, not in the mood to draw. I actually debated doing an art stream today, but I was like, no, I want to do bracelets because it's fun. Also, can I say, I love the fact that my new laptop that I got, it's so fun not seeing my CPU absolutely like tank itself, and the fact that I'm not constantly having encoder overloads. I hadn't realized how bad it was on my other computer until I had the new one, and I've streamed a couple times, and it runs so much smoother, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a thing. Is it nice? It is nice. I am really enjoying it. It is good to be able to just do things without having to think about it. The power of my amazing amount of hobbies. I know a really good way, excuse you, I know a good way for attaching cords together, because I do this whenever I'm attaching new yarn together. But it works well with this elastic cord too. tie one knot with one cord going around it, and then you tie another knot. Come on. Get through. And you make sure both ends are up, and then you just pull it tight. And it works really well. And I gotta do that on the other side. Yeah, Fisher knot's a good name for it too. I just know in crocheting it's called magic knot. It works really good, especially like I said with this elastic cording. It works really nicely. God, my fingernails are so uneven because they all broke at work. Like, it's so funny how bad my fingernails get, because it's like, my left hand's nails will grow fine, but my right hand nails get absolutely destroyed because I'm right-handed. So when I'm at work and I'm dealing with everything, all the dishes and the water and everything, it just always gets my right hand absolutely destroyed. I didn't think I was gonna like these plastic needles that much that came with the bucket of beads, but honestly, they're really good for the stretch cord. Because, like, you can open this. I can't even wear nail polish at work. That is definitely one thing I do miss when I wasn't doing my current job. Is I love nail polish. I think it's so cute, but I can't wear it at work because I work in a kitchen. So you can't wear it at a kitchen. No, it's not. It's pink. Purple. Because if it chips, it gets in the food, and you can't have that. That's a health and safety issue. So, I can't wear nail polish at work. It's not sanitary. Because if it gets in, like, the food or something, like, if my hands are wet, because I'm constantly, like, washing my hands, and then I go to do something, like, if I change my gloves and, like, it falls off, like, it's just not good. So, can't wear nail polish in the kitchen. It makes me so jealous sometimes of the servers, because they have, like, some of our servers have the cutest nails. Like, some of our servers at my job have had, like, I'll compliment them all the time, because their nails are just so adorable. Like, there's one server who has these, like, beautiful rainbow, like, chevron nails on right now. It's just, it's chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. I work in a kitchen. But the point is, they're very nice. They're just super good. Or, like, someone had these really cute flowers on, and just... There's just... Some of the nails at work are very good. You get to open a fresh pack of beads. Funny enough, they actually show the rainbow cord on the gecko that's on this, but you can't buy this rainbow cord at Walmart, or at least not at my local Walmarts. Neither of the Walmarts that I go to sell it. Yeah. Alright. And we're gonna just do it this way. Alright. Back to beading. If I wanted to go turbo, I could probably, pre-string a bunch too. Maybe I will pre-string some. Alright, white, so orange, yellow, green, yellow, orange, and then white. And then I was doing a bead design for YouTube earlier, and I was just like, I couldn't pre-string it because I wasn't familiar with the it was a new design that I did earlier, so I couldn't pre-string it because it's all tan. So it's like it would have been impossible to count out everything. But I made this earlier. I might put it on a bracelet. I might put it on a necklace. I'm not decided yet. I might even make actual horns for it. I haven't committed. Alright, so it's white, green, whoops, green, blue, purple, blue, green, white. Then it's white, blue, purple, pink, purple, blue, white. And then, whoops, it is white, purple, pink, orange, pink, purple, and white. And we'll see how long that makes this bracelet, because it's, I know that's the pattern I'm gonna have to end on. So it's like I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna need another rotation after this batch or not, because that will be the one that needs to go. Like realized it's like I have not done an actual beading video in a hot second. Like I did my crocheted beaded mermaid for Mermaid, but I haven't done an actual like beading video in a while. So I was like, oh, I should do that with the new design that I was working on. That would only make sense. And I recorded a voiceover for it, but I'm not sure if I'm even gonna keep the voiceover or not because I'm just rambling in it. Or I'm gonna record a new voiceover for it. Haven't decided. Oh, perfect. The knots get hidden right inside of it. I love when that happens. Hey, untangle. Untangle yourself. Fix yourself. I say to myself. I know. I mean, obviously, like, I ramble on stream because I just go ad lib. But it's like I started talking about, like, skulls and stuff like that and like how I have some, and it's just like I remember that's such a weird thing, and it's like, yeah, that's a very common thing. If you know me, it's like I own skulls because I collect them, because my brother hunts, my dad hunts, I have coworkers who hunt, and they've given me things. But it's like it always makes me laugh because it's like, yeah, I have these things and they are not normal. Look how pretty this is. Look how pretty that's coming out. Alright, let's see if you'll fit. Oh, you're just barely too short. Now, okay, I gotta do one more rotation of colors then. Alright, one more section of colors. Let's go again. Let's go again. Alright, so white, pink, orange, yellow, orange, pink, white. And then, oh, I see sunshine. White, orange, yellow, whoop, yellow, green, yellow, orange, white, white, yellow, green, blue, green, oops, yellow, white, white, green, blue, purple, blue, green, white, white, blue, purple, pink, purple, blue, white, white, then purple, pink, orange, pink, purple, and white. Alright. There's another iteration of it. Now let's grab the other side and ladder stitch it up. That is very bright. You know that like specific bright where it's been gray and dreary all day and then suddenly the sun breaks through the sunlight, like breaks through? That's kind of like what it's like. It's like I know rambling is fine. I just get really self-conscious. And I'll give this a couple stretches too once I'm done to see how it looks. I also notice coming up on the hour mark, so another ad chunk will probably have to be run in a moment. Disable pre-rolls. Gotta order more black and white beads. I like used a bunch of them up the other night, last night. Like I was making that little alien thing, and I ended up using a lot of my black beads. And I'm like, guess I'm gonna have to buy more of those. But at least with those, I know I can just buy a pack up, and it just lasts a bit. All right, now it should. Yeah, perfect. All right, gonna tighten this whole thing up now. Ooh, yeah. I wish I could find it. So I actually, I'll find the photo of it to share. Um, but I've done a purple orange checkered one before. I've done a checkered board one, and I might do one after I finish this cuff. Because you can do a really nice ladder stitch, and it'll work out really nicely. Look at all this extra cord because it was so loose in there. There we go. Like, look how much tighter that is now. All right. Go this way. Oops, that was the wrong direction. And my other needle. should line up correctly now. Yeah, perfect.
Hell yeah!
Now to just tie it off. It's always so funny how other hobbies come into play when you pick up like a new hobby. So like the specific way you like tie these kind of bracelets and stuff off, I know it as a French knot, and I use it when I'm tying to secure thread in both embroidery and sewing. And I've used this knot many a time. So like it's funny like just how different hobbies will come back into play for other things. Same with like the magic knot. Like I know that from doing crochet. That's why I know that knot specifically. Is like I know it from doing that. Oh, ads. Everything is connected. Right. And actually, I can just make singlets and stuff with the leftover cord. So it's not going to get wasted. That'll be turned into other bracelets. But yeah, there's that nice little, and then stretch it right on around. Hell yeah! Oh, that worked out perfectly. I'm so glad that worked out as I wanted it to. Like, oh, it makes such a good crunchy noise too. Oh, that's so good. The crunchies. Oh, it's so nice. Let me actually get in frame while I'm doing it. Oh, I love that shit. Ugh, that's so nice. I'm glad to have that done. And I think having the white helps bring back the white that I used as the accent in the original base cuff. Wants to pucker a little bit, but I've learned that's just an issue with these beads. They tend to pucker a lot, that's why they're not my favorite to work with. I think overall looks really nice. At least it looks really good. Like the camera kind of washes it out. These are much punchier of colors IRL. Like these are very vibrant neon beads. But that is now done. Into the bin with you. Um. Now to try to figure out. Yeah, they're very neon. Like if you thought of the word, like they're very much like the standard of neon, like neon beads. Like these are neon. Like some of them are a little dull. Like I would say the blue and the green are a little muted, but they are much more. The camera, I can see it just like because I have the camera up. Like I'm looking at it obviously because I have OBS. Ah, it went down my bra. Um, danger of big booby. It goes down my fucking bra. Um, they are definitely more neon than the camera makes them. But it could also just be my computer monitor too, also makes it look different. So that's the loveliness of that kind of thing. I'm just sorting these. I'm not going to just throw them willy-nilly away into their bag again. It's like they're already here. Sort them into their little containies. Do you want to know something really funny about this specific brand of beads, though? When you buy the packs at Walmart and stuff, you can buy the neon packs, the pastel pack. You can buy a pack of solid white, but you can't get a pack of solid black, but you can get a pack of solid red. And there's something about that that's so funny to me. And it's like, I don't know if it's just because my stores that I've gone to, like the Walmarts that I've gone to that sell this brand, like they just don't have a specific spot for them or whatever. Or if they just straight up just don't have them. I don't know. It's funny to see what they choose to actually carry. Alright. I'm gonna put those ones away for a little bit. And I want to do something with letters. Where did I put my letters? Alright, that's curler. Big down. That's curlers. It's a different tin. Okay, I literally had my letters before I started stream. Where did they go? Okay, how do you vanish? Oh, there they are. Anyway, oh yeah, by the way, that's what the candy dish currently looks like. Let's see, what do I want to do? It's a big bowl of beads. Also, you can't see it, but it's like, these are a bunch of beads that spilt out in the bag, so I just have this little fish bowl that I'm keeping them in currently. I'll probably get like 2 or 3 singlets out of this, out of one of these ends that were left over from the ladder. What's a fun word to spell? Where are my eyes? Cool. What colors do I want to use? Let's see what I have options. Where are my shape stars? Are there? Cool. Yeah, I can do that. Radical duder. Um. Actually, using the desk mat. I did see at Walmart there's this like silicone mat you can get that keeps your beads from like rolling away from you. Yeah, dude, worm too. Did you decide on what kind of beads you want for the worm? I know you said pink, but Radical duder. It's gender neutral. Yeah, that should be enough. Alright, squeak it down here. I don't know, I just felt like making one that said radical. It just seemed funny in my head. Sure. It's a radical dude. Radical duder. Camera's a little too far away, but radical duder. Alright, into the bin. Alright. Totally red. Let's see if I can squeak out from this table to get to my other bin that I left. Here's me thinking I grabbed all of my variety of beads, and then, well, I guess I could do this. I'll move the camera with the table. I just don't want you guys to see my pajama pants. Yeah, I said pet names is good. Yeah. Just gotta tell me the name and what colors. Well, let me see if I can't get my other colors to show what I have. I left not one, but 4 tubs of beads on the other side of the room. Not a lot of brown. So, I actually had to grab some while I was, when I got up to grab my other beads, so I moved my laptop slightly. Here, I can zoom up a little bit. A little more workspace area that you can see. So, in terms of other pastels I have, because I know you said you like pinks, I do have these pastels, and I do have this pink. These barrels are ones I got off Amazon, so their size is a little weird, so I don't use them with the other beads. That's why they're kind of set to their own container. I also, in terms of pink, have... So if you wanted your worm, I have this light pink, this ivory color, and then a slightly other pink. They're glossy finish beads, so I could make your worm out of these if you want like a little Neapolitan worm. This was the one I was saying was on the other side of the room. I knew this one was there. I don't have... This is what I have for these beads, so once these ones are gone, that's what I have. Yeah, you want those? In terms of browns, I do have this container of beads. I don't use this one very often, and as you can see, I'm very limited in some of them, but I do have a little bit of dark brown. I have this, like a more standard brown, and I do have a little bit of tan. I do have more of tan, obviously, because I actually have a pack of tan, which is where these ones came from. So I do have those 3 browns. But that's it for brown. And I do have, these are transparent beads. So I do have transparent ones, but not a lot. What I have here is what I have. These were not from... No, these were from a kit. I just put them all into this one. So, you want a worm in those 3 pinks. So that's a big worm. I also, actually, I have a secondary candy dish. Okay, I can do that. Aww. Yeah, I can do that. I also found a secondary candy dish, so like, once this one's done. But I also could just put the big cuffs in one of them. So like all the bigger cuffs can go into one and then have the one with the smaller cuffs. Yeah, I can do that. Definitely. Oh yeah, I have a bunch of candy dishes. These are they're Halloween bowls. So. Oh look, there's your fictional man lover. It jumped out. It knew that I was about to make more. So, what kind of blue do you want to have? So we have the brown. I'll do your kitty's one first. We'll zoom out. Me, I don't want you to see my pajama pants. Ends up showing them anyway because I'm dumb. So I have this blue, but I also have this more like denim blue. But these are the same size as some of my other beads. So I also have this nice little pastel-y. They're not bad pajama pants. I just feel lazy that I put my bra and everything on, but I didn't feel like putting actual pants on, so. But I also have this more sky blue. I have this Miku kind of blue. I have a greenish. And then I do have this more like bright blue. It's like when I'm doing art streams, I don't care. So I have this blue as well. So I have a lot of blues you can pick from. If I'm doing like artwork streams, I don't care if I'm in pajamas, but when I'm doing streams that you see like my hands and stuff, I feel embarrassed that I have my PJs on, but I don't feel like taking my PJs off because if I'm streaming, I want to be comfortable. And these are technically jogger PJs, so it's like they're pajamas, but they're also loungewear. So. But yeah, there is quite a few types of blue you can pick from. And what is the kitty's name? Because that's going to be important. And also, depending if you would like, I have solid black letters, but I do have colorful letters too. So. And I think. And there are little hearts too, so I can put hearts on either side of her now. Understood. At least it's easy to spell. Look, my cat's name was Waddles, and I've got Joey. I will put a little heart. Do you want a little red heart or a little pink heart? And do you want colored letters or do you want black and white letters? The one downside of the letters, like the letter boxes are nice, but the one downside I have come into is they get stuck in the square compartments. I can keep the color consistent, yeah. Because I can make her name in all pink if you would like. I know you like pink. Because I've got a pink K, pink I. Come on. Come on. Get out of the tin. Come to me. Pink T, a second pink T, and a pink Y. Kitty. But yeah, what shade of blue did you want? Unless I missed it in chat. Wow, my bins are right in the way of where I'm actually, like, doing things. Let me move those. Alright. Kitty. and I can show the different blues that I have. Get in there. And the little one from the past week. Yeah. So I'm gonna do kind of like that. There were 2 shades in the brown pack, because I do have a darker one too. So it can go kind of like that. And then you'll have it so it's a couple of browns. I really wish I could figure out why the camera quality is so different when I'm using it as a webcam versus just like using it. Like, you would never tell this is the same camera I take all my photos with. Because my photos always come out nice and crisp. Let me check something. Then I have these little hearts. So I have, yeah, it's nuts. And then in the back middle, I do have these 2 little hearts. So you could have this little jelly one or the slightly bigger opaque one. The opaque one is flat, and the jelly one's a little thicker, more with the beads. And it's so funny too, because it's like when I test it and everything, it looks fine. The other option, I don't have to put a heart in the back, and it can just be the tans connect. So go ahead and lace up some of these though. It's funny, I'm doing a bracelet for a kitty, and this song is from Yakuza Metro, which is a bunch of gangster Yakuza cats. So currently, this is how it looks, so it could just connect straight up like that, or have one little heart and a slightly bigger heart. I'm also debating if I want to add one more bead into those 3. Yeah, that works. Debating if I want to make the browns into 3 groups of 3 instead, because this feels a little small right now. I know you said your wrist are... Yeah, this is a little small even on me with my tiny wrist, so I'm going to go ahead and add one more bead into each of those. Hi, Juan! Two. I think adding 4 should be good. How are you doing today? Just do this. One brown. 3 browns. And there's that. Then I will put the heart on this side. Yeah, I can try it with both, Dan. It's not that big a deal. That's why I'm asking. See, that's the joy of the fact that I'm doing it on stream. Yeah, I think that one might actually vibe better. I say we go with the opaque heart. That is my vote on that one. I wish I had more solid ones, but alas, I don't. I need to get more shapes and stuff, but I'm gonna hold off because I just bought a bunch of beads and stuff like that. I do not need to do, can't go spending more right now. With the amount that I just spent on beads, we don't talk about it. Because in that way, kind of give you the vibe of the bracelet. Looks like that. I think that looks cute. And it should fit, but yeah, and it's got a little wiggle room so it can go up and down the wrist a little bit. So, we'll do that. Yeah, more beads. As if I need more beads. Just give this a little trim. Knot already wants to hide itself within it. But there we go. We got Kitty. Kitty. And we got the blue, and then it goes into the browns, and a little heart, and then it repeats on both sides. Yeah! And then I gotta... See, this is the real reason why I haven't messaged you to get the address to send them yet. It's because I gotta make you more. At what point do I end up putting them in just a padded envelope package instead because of the amount? Because currently it's this one, this one, this one, and then I'm making you a worm. Is it just these three and then the worm so far for you? I do think I'm going to restring Sparkle on. This one's been bugging me, so I think I'm going to redo it. I'm going to restring this one. Yeah, I think it's just those three for now, so. Alright, where is your knot? Me to my werewolf boyfriend. Where is your knot? There it is. Alright, this is gonna be that did not go as poorly as I anticipated that going, so that's a bonus. And I'll use the same cord that I was just using for yours. Which way were you laced on? I think it's this way. Okay. I'm gonna lace them a little differently because before they're kind of like butting their heads against each other. Oh, yeah. Do you want sparkle to be one word too? Or do you just want on to be together? Okay. So you still want sparkle to have this breakup of it. Yeah, because look how, like, flimsy that knot was. Like, I bet you... Yeah, look, I just pulled it apart. Poor Spud. My sister has a rough work week this week. Yeah, no, that's totally fine. Hey, it's the chance to do it is when I'm restringing it, so... So just like that. Make sure you're happy with it before I tie the knot on it. It moves better on this cord too, I realized while I was putting it on. I mean, honestly, it could go either way for me. I don't have an expert opinion. Do not call me an expert in anything. I'm dumber than a sack of bricks. um, I think I might restring Fictional Man too, because look how the knot stands out on this one, because this is before I realized how to tie the knots. Um, so I might restring this one too. Just for consistency. I mean, personally, I like it all separated, but at the same time, I can see how it would, like, you'd want to have it together. But I think it's just because it's, like, that one's separate too, so it's just, like, sparkle on. But you'd be the one who's wearing it, so I want it to fit how you want it. Hey, that's the point of experimenting, so. And there it is with it separated. Because it's like, I think if we had both sparkle and sparkle on separated, if we had them both together, it would work. But then comes the issue of how the rainbow gets messed up, because right now, currently, you have one full rotation of the rainbow colors on the outside, and then if you actually look, you'll see that there's just enough letters to fit the rainbow fully between the lettering. So, alright. We calling it good? Yeah. Alright. Tying it off for its second. So I snap my sack with elastic. Then. Oh yeah, look how much better that stretches too now. Like, that just looks like it sits better too. Alright, I'm much happier now that that's been restrung. Sparkle on! Then, I think I can actually hide the knot. Yeah. I was able to hide it in one of the stars, so it should stay somewhat in place. Obviously, you can fiddle with it. But There we go! Sparkle on! Long live fabric cord. Yeah, it works a lot better. Like, that just feels better. Just like, I know me stretching it on camera doesn't tell you how it feels per se, but it's like, when I'm stretching, there is a big difference of how it feels. Because, I don't know, I have a lot of sensory issues. So, then, I think I'm going to restring this one too. That cord's not long enough, so. Let's work a little smarter on this one, though. Alright. There we go. Yeah, it's just, it doesn't feel right. Okay, if I could lace it back on, that'd be... Because I gotta make sure the letters all face the same way. What I really need to invest in is horizontal whole hearts. Because, like, the hearts are cute, I just don't like the fact that they go on sideways. Yeah, exactly. You can buy them, they're harder to... You have to get them, like, mostly from manu sites and stuff like that. I have them in a... So I actually, on Bead Tin, I have my cart set for, I have a cart full of beads and stuff that I want to get. Alright. Yeah, that vibe's better. Because this one kept twisting weirdly. That was like... See, that's the thing, it's like some of the photos and stuff, I'll take photos of them and they'll look fine. But it's like, in person, they just feel off. I think I might get my dumplings after I'm done streaming today. So I'll just feel better redoing it with a cord that I think is going to hold up a little bit better. And then I can pull this one through. There we go. That sits a lot better. See, look how nice and look how round it sits now. Like before it kind of like teardrop, but now it has a nice round like a bracelet should. Which is all I really want. So we have that one for you. We've got Kitty. We got Sparkle. Like, even the Sparkle On one, you can notice it sits a lot better. Like, they just fit better. Alright, let's make a worm. It's worm time! And these will go in the dish. Alright. I'm gonna move the cords that I've cut already because they're too short for a worm. It's worm time. Yeah, and I'm definitely using fabric cord for this. As I drop the spoolie. I'll just go with this for now. If I have to add more cord. See, the other thing is, like, with the fabric cord, if I have to add more cord onto it, I'm fine with that. I think it works a little better. So, alright. So what colors did you said we want to go with these three? That was what was decided on. Neopodid worm! Alright. Grab beads for its eyes. So, on my rainbow worm, I have 3 clear beads on the end. Do you want an accent color to go between it, or do you want me to do clear beads for you as well? Because you'll be able to see the rainbow cord through them, which could look really cool. Like, I'm not saying that as a negative thing. I might restring him too at some point. I don't like how he's pulling. Yeah, clear? Can do. I can definitely do that. But let's get started with the main worm. I don't know. Honestly, I like clear because I think it makes a nice little definition between the 2 points. Plus, like I said, this has the rainbow cord versus the clear cord of that one, so I think that'll look cool. Alright. So, what order do you want your worm to go in? Because... like, do you want it to go dark to the white to the light pink, or do you want it to go from, like, the white to the light pink to the dark, or do you want it to go from the dark to the light pink to the white? I love my PNG tuber moving when I'm grabbing the beads because it's so loud. Darker to lighter? Can do. So, 2... Where did I put my small worm? Oh, where? Hey, where are you? I need to look at you for reference. Darker pink. Then I think something fun I can do with this one is have one darker pink. And we'll do one, two, 3. This one right there. Excuse you, beads. My beads are trying to start anarchy. Where? Oh, it's your first worm! That's exciting. I'm so happy to be helping you achieve your first worm. I'm so happy to be your worm dealer. How we liking this? Worm. Yes. We liking it. All right. What I'm gonna do. I think I used 3 on him. Yeah, I used 3. What we're actually gonna do is we're gonna take the butt of the worm. Let the butt go down. Yeah. Then we will put the 3 clears on. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, you're loving it. I ended up on some, like, the weirdest section of YouTube, and, like, apparently there was, like, a lost Nintendo DS training game. And there was, like, this whole journey to locate this training game. Yeah. Because what we're going to do, the reason I put the 1 tail bead here is because that way I can hide the knot in the tail instead of hiding it in the clear beads. So, put those on. Yeah, it's just like my algorithm decided it was sending me on a weird place the other day. Because I listen to YouTube sometimes at work. Like, I'll listen to music for the first, like, part of my shift, but I'll normally swap to listening to, like, YouTube videos and stuff. And I'll sometimes just keep clicking videos just because I don't have time to, like, search or think about what I need a good long video to listen to. And I ended up just listening to this one video about this, like, long lost DS game from Japan that was apparently made by McDonald's in order to, like, train its workers and everything. And it was just like, it was such a journey of a video. It was a really well done video. And it was just such a wild thing to go, like, just the twist and the turns this hunt for lost media went on. Yeah! Because that's one of the issues with my current rainbow worm that I have for myself is I don't like mood. Is I don't like how the tail kind of like has the knot right in it. And it's like with that one it's clear, so it's like the clear cord works, but it's like because this one has the clear cord, I was just like, because it doesn't have a clear cord, it has the rainbow cord. I was just like, not vibing. So sometimes though those videos can have like such energy put into them, like you can tell the person like enjoyed making it, but also when they suffer making it, and it's so funny. I'm planning to restring. I'll be real, I really do think I'm going to restring a lot of them. I don't know, it's just like I know, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I might restring them, I might not. It depends. If I end up wanting to actually wear them, I'll probably restring them. But if I'm gonna just keep them more as a display thing in the bowl, I might leave them as they are. Um, because there's no point to restringing them if they're not gonna be like worn. If they're just gonna be a display piece, then there's no point to restringing them. But the ones I do want to actually like, if I want to wear them, so it's like I might restring my Gatekeep Girl Boss Gaslight set, because I think that one was done on the cord. I'm not. Yeah. So, because I actually want to wear some of these ones, I might restring some of the letter ones just so I can actually wear them. Like I've got to I'm definitely restringing Fish Slut. Yeah. I'm definitely restringing Fish Slut because I want to wear Fish Slut, but as it currently is, I can't wear Fish Slut. Oh, look how cute. Like, I don't know if the camera picks up the color, but the purple yellow shift looks so cute. I know, Fish Slut denied. Oh yeah, I made this one the other night that just says gamer, and it's just got fish and blue beads. Girl help, I definitely want to restring this one. I want to wear this one, and I want to fix it. My uwu one is fine. This one, it's on the plastic cording, but it actually is fine. Like, I don't know. I'm not decided fully yet. I haven't committed, because that's a lot of effort, too. I know, it's so... I am having such a blast right now, because it's just like, they're so not serious, but it's like, it's so much fun, and I love that. I'm having a blast making them, and I'm really glad people are enjoying them. Like that's the bonus is like I would make them regardless of how people felt about them, but the fact that people are also enjoying them as I make them makes it even better. Yeah. So the funny thing too is I actually 2 years ago, I believe, if the timestamps on my there are timestamps on my camera roll. So I actually started learning how to make these. There was a point back in like 2022, I believe, where I also was just like, I want to make all of these things. But at that time point, it was when I was having it was right when I had get laid off from my old job for the stupidest. I will not get over the fact that I was let go because of a health condition. Like, literally a week after having a meeting talking about discrimination, and then I'm let go because of a health condition. I am never gonna be not mad about it. Like, I'm gonna always be mad about that. Um, but during that time, I had also just been wanting to make a bunch of this kind of thing, and I have some of my older bracelets are from that period of time, and it's so funny, but it's like back then I didn't have the ability to just go buy a bunch of beads to be able to have enough beads to do this. I was just making critters and stuff like that, and it's just because critters don't take as many, depending. Axolotls take a lot of beads. The axolotls will definitely take a lot of beads. Um, I'm gonna go on a binge and make a bunch of mini lotls because I have this newer pattern for making the axolotls that's like a minier version of the giant chunky ones, and I want to make a bunch of them to add to my fucking 20-pound bag of bead critters. Someday I will do a proper like video showcase of all of my bead critters because I have them in a duffel bag, and it weighs more than my cat. The amount of bead critters I have that I have made way more than my cat. My cat, who is already an oversized cat. And I know it weighs more because I put it on the scale. I have actually weighed it, but I have added to it since I weighed it. Yeah. So it's actually on the floor behind the table that my laptop and everything is currently on. So once I finish your worm, I will shift the table and I will pick it up and I will put it on the table. Well, kind of. His worm is looking so cute. I'm gonna have to do a whole set of, like, worms. A worm? But then again, I like worms on string, so of course I'm gonna do a full set of worms. Same. Obviously, I like worms. I crocheted a giant 6-foot one. But funny enough, I don't like slugs. Slugs make me very uncomfortable. But that's trauma, baby! Okay, so you say that, but I actually have plans to do that. I deadass already have plans to make a rotating cuff with worms. I do have plans in order to do that. Who needs leek spin? I've got worm spin. Worm spin is the most logical next step, right? Because if I make a thick enough cuff, so this is what my thought is my plan is to make a thicker cuff that I can then put multiple worms in different directions to spin on. And I think that'll be really stinking cute. But there we go, Dan. It's your worm. A nice little pink worm. Little Neapolitan baby. It's your worm. We got a Dan worm. It's your worm. I totally forgot that I made radical duder. It's like, where is it? I literally just threw them in the bin. Radical dude. Didn't mean to put that one on the pile, but we got that one, and then where did I just saw? There it is. It's like, but here's all your bracelets so far. My face is a little sweaty, but I'll have to get those mailed off. I'm gonna put them in a separate place for now, so I don't. Oh, what was I thinking? Yeah. What was the other thing I was gonna do? I feel like there was something I wanted to do after I finished your worm, but I can't remember what. Oh, right, I was gonna show you the bag of beads. Alright, I'm gonna have to raise the camera, and we're moving it slightly because I need to be able to get up. Because I'm not. I gotta stand to show this. So, I might have to lift this more too. Because I don't think it's gonna. So, I have this bag. It's a duffel bag. And it's literally just full of critters. So, like, this alone is just axolotls. Here's a ring of lizards. This is my ring of miscellaneous things. So, like, there's a strawberry on here, there's a parrot, there's turtles on here, there's a cup of bubble tea, there's a really wonky fat Pikachu, there's a chocolate bunny, some gators, there's FNAF Bonnie, there's a platypus. Where is it? So this one's one of my favorite ones. So there's a platypus, but it has a little hat. Perry! So, Perry the platypus. So there's that one. But, so, that big pile of axolotls, by the way, is not all of my axolotls. I have more just loosely in the bag. Here's another thing of just lizards. There's more lizards. These are some of my older lizards, so you'll notice these ones are on yarn, so they stretch a bit more. But notice how tall the stack is getting towards the camera. I have my Blorbos, so I have Rue as both his Leviathan form, but also as just a merman. I also have Eclipse as a mermaid. More axolotl. A tiny lizard with a short nubby tail. I have a merman. Mermaid. This one's based off the Stardew Valley mermaid. More Lottles. Another merm. I'm trying to see if I have any. Oh yeah, I've got a bunch of mushrooms that I made that are just sitting in here. Oh, this one is a snake I made off of a cheap bead kit I bought from Hobby Lobby. There's more from that kit in here too. Oh, these are from a cheap kit I got from, I believe, Michael's. So this is the full kit of bead critters from Michael's. And they're all, like, warped because of the type of string that's used in those kits. There's no stability in them. Another Lottle. Another Lottle. Oh. My Ariel bead one. More Lottles. More Lottles. Hatsune Miku. I have, in fact, made Hatsune Miku. Another Lottle. Oh, this one's cute. This one's a little ghosty with a witch hat. Oh, here's a baby Lottle. Another older lizard. 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 Another old lizard. Oh, this is another one from the Hobby Lobby bead kit. Another mushroom. Another Lottle. Oh, there's a bumblebee. I think there's multiple bumblebees in here. Another lizard. This is a lizard. I know it's hard to tell, but this is made out of the clear beads on embroidery floss, so it doesn't hold up well, but it is another lizard. I made a frog, a metallic axolotl, another mushroom. Oh, my original worm on string pattern. I have to put them over to that side now. I don't have space. Another lotl. A little bumblebee. Oh, face it that way. Another lizard. Another mushroom. Another bumblebee. Oh, another merman. Let's see. Oh, more mushrooms. Hi, Mr. Top 10 List. Oh, we have a metallic lizard. I made an evil eye. Oh, there's another one from the Hobby Lobby bead kit. There's another lizard. This one was made from dollar store beads and yarn. I think I'm at the bottom of the bag. Oh, yeah. There's a hamster. There's another bumblebee. I think these are the last two in the bag. There's another mushroom and a lizard to finish it off. Here's the sad thing. You see this giant pile that I now have to put back into its bag. This is not all of my bead critters. By a long shot, unfortunately. Because I have the unfortunacy of every single time I go to clean my room, or if I'm looking for something, I will go to clean my room, I will go to put something away, and I will find another lizard. I will find another axolotl. I'm looking at my desk right now from where I'm standing, and there is another lizard on my desk. And I have keychains on most of my backpacks too. Oh yeah, there's a fish on this one. Oh, there's also this little weird little spider. This handful is most of my miscellaneous stuff. So there's a little Spider-Man on here. There's this really funny little witch that I've made. There's a rice ball, Game Boy, a fox, another Game Boy. I think I have an Iron Man too. Yep, there he is. I have a little tiny Iron Man. I have an Enderman head. There's a pumpkin. There's a turtle that is a pumpkin. Lizards. Like, by far, I have a lot of axolotls, but I just have a lot of stuff. But yeah, every time, and reminder, this is just a big duffel bag. Like, that's my whole forearm to reach to the bottom of this duffel bag. This is a proper duffel bag. This is my, it's actually my cosplay bag for, eventually I want to cosplay as Lily from Sun and Moon, Pokemon. So I ordered this bag off of Etsy. I don't know if the microphone will pick this up. But that thud is the bag being dropped on the floor. But this is where it gets funny, too. On top of that is, not only do I have, yeah, the thud. Not only do I have all of those bead critters and everything, I also, and I keep finding them, like, when I go to clean my room and everything like that, I'll find more bead critters. I have given some away. I have given a numerous amount of them away. I have even done some that people have commissioned and asked me, like, hey, can you make me this specific color palette? I will pay you for it. I have done a couple of those. I have broken some, so I haven't restrung some of them. So, I have more. And then there's, like, I have my little mini ones that I made the other day, too. Like, they're sitting over here. So, like, I have little ones, too. And these are just the ones I have made since 2020. Most of my bead critters, like almost all of those bead critters that you saw, were made between 2020 and now. If not all of them were made between 2020 and now. Because during that initial quarantine, when my sister-in-law was still pregnant with my niece, and my niece is turning 5, that was the summer I started making a whole bunch. I got back into making bead critters. I hadn't made them since I was like a kid. Like I used to make them occasionally because I used to go to like summer camps and stuff like that. So I did used to make them. But something snapped in my brain and I started going feral on making them again. So I started making a whole bunch of lizards. I have hundreds of lizards. If I actually counted how many are in there are over 100 lizards. I don't know how many axolotls I have. I just like, sometimes I'm just like, I just want to make one, so I make it. That's the thing with me, is if I want something, I typically just make it. There is at least another axolotl on my bed, not my bed, on my desk. I have 2 hanging off of my bags. I can see one from where I am standing that's hanging off of a backpack. I have lizards that hang off of my bag. At least 3 of my Edas have lizards hanging off of them. I have made keychains for my sister, so my sister has several keychains that I have made for her that are those bead critters. Former coworkers of mine, I have just handed out bead critters occasionally. I'll just be like, here, have a bead critter. And they still have them on their backpacks and stuff like that. I have considered selling them. My big issue with that is just the fact that, I'm not confident in the quality of some of them. Especially, like, most of the ones that I would want to sell, I would most likely have to restring them. Oops, as I hit the camera. Because a thing with a lot of them is they're strung on yarn. And another thing is actually, a thing I do. I don't have this written anywhere. This is just something I do. So if someone orders from my Etsy, if someone buys something from my Etsy shop, they get a lizard. There is nothing on my Etsy shop that warns you that you will be receiving a bead lizard keychain with your order, but I throw a bead lizard in with almost every single order I've ever shipped out. And I'll try to color match the lizard to what they ordered. So I will look at what like ordered. So it's like if they ordered like a certain set of buttons, I will look at the colors in the buttons and I'll be like, okay, this lizard kind of matches. And then I will put that lizard in with my thank you note and the business card that I put with my orders. Because I put free stickers and I put free lizards in almost all of my orders. I've considered selling the axolotls because they are pretty big and they are a statement piece. But it's like, I'm just so iffy on selling them because I don't know where to start with that kind of thing. It's like, there's just, I know there's a market somewhere, but at the same time, I'm so iffy on selling my bead stuff versus like, selling crochet stuff is like, whatever. That's kind of like, I'm used to that. I'm used to selling like buttons, my stickers, like that kind of thing. That's whatever. But I don't know, there's a weird mindset for me, and I think it's just because I like to keep this more as a hobby. But it's like at the same time, I do have a lot of them. If I ever figure out how to sell at a craft fair, I will probably sell lizards and stuff there. So so the answer is yeah, I have thought of selling them. But my biggest thing is I don't think people want to pay for them. I think that's the easiest way to word that is I have considered selling them. I am willing to let some of them go. I just don't think people are willing to buy them. To me, they're the kind of thing that I feel like people see as a child's type of craft and won't be willing to give actual money to purchase them, kind of thing. Which is ironic saying that, considering I know that I have sold an axolotl before, but I've only ever sold one axolotl. So mostly I just kind of give people a bead lizard when they buy from my Etsy. If I mail a package to a friend or something, I normally slip a lizard or 2 in there. If you ask my friend Aster, I'm pretty sure he has a couple lizards I put in a package to him. I've sent lizards to my friend Gin, who's one of my mods. I've sent lizards to my friend Mouse. Mouse has a lizard. She had bought a pin from my shop, I think, and I sent her a lizard. And I think she said she still keeps it on her bag. My work bag has a lizard on it. I have a lot of lizards. And like I said, every time I clean my room, I'll go into a drawer or a dresser or something, and I will find more lizards. I have so many of them, and I won't stop making them either. But that's also kind of why I'm that's why I'm like experimenting with making candy stuff, is because it gives me something. I like making things with the pony beads. I love making pony bead stuff. I've also been doing perlers. I've shared some photos of them, but I've been doing these perler bead stuff too. So I made a little ditto the other night. So I do the flat melt method, so like only one side is fully fused, and then the other side has this pixely kind of vibe. So I made a little ditto. I have my favorite Pokemon, which is Serperior. There is a slight error on him, but it's not super noticeable unless I point it out or you know to look for it. But one of his black beads fell off that should be on the end of that leaf. So it's like if I'm like just kind of holding him like this, it's not as noticeable. But if I point it out, you can see that it's missing that pixel right there. I love Serperior. He's my favorite. That's why I used to run an Ask blog for them. I have this large head of a early Sprite Meowth. So the original Sprite actually is supposed to have its paw up. So he normally has a paw up covering one of his ears. So I actually had to draw in the rest of this side. This one got really weirdly warped, so it's hard to, you can see how some parts will hit the light and then other parts are matte. This one was made primarily with cheaper perler beads, and I'm not the biggest, I might remake this one, because I also was making this on a smaller board set than what it really needed. It needed a little more pixel space. So I did get new boards, because I didn't have many boards. I only had small boards. So I did recently just pick up a 4-pack that are interlocking. So I might remake this one, but bigger. Well, not bigger. It's the proper size, but I'll remake it, and hopefully it'll be smoother. I have Angel from Lilo and Stitch. So this is the flat melt side, and then her. I need to remelt her a little bit. She's a little... Oh, no, I already remelted her. No, she should be okay. I think I remelted her already. No, she needs a remelt. That's what it is. I can hear it. But, Angel. There's Scrump from Lilo and Stitch as well. There's Stitch. And so these three are actually where my smaller boards came from. So they have these tiny little interlocking boards. So I actually made Meowth and Serperior were made on 4 of these locked together. Because Walmart actually, same. There was a lot of Stitch merch recently at the shop. So I found these at Walmart. There was 4 in the whole set. I bought all 4 of them. I haven't made this one yet. I could do this on stream, but I don't think I will because I don't want to go down to iron it right now. But they had these little perler kits at Walmart, and I think they were like $3 or $4. My sister-in-law absolutely adores Stitch. Like, her Jeep is all decked out in Stitch and everything. Isn't it? But they come with all the beads, they have the baking paper, and they had the perler mats. This one's not in it because I was using it, but they... So I winged the board. So this came... Each of the little kits came with its own perler board. So these were 3 of the kits, and I've already put them together. I just haven't put this one together yet. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Oh, but the really nice thing with this kit, so it's like, obviously I've done bead kits on stream before. Not perler per se, but I've done like the lizards and stuff like that on stream. So One thing that I don't like with kits sometimes... Yeah! She's pink. It's a girly pop. Oh, that's a bracelet I wanted to make. My sister, I was gonna make a girly pop. So the nice thing with these little kits, so you see the amount of beads. A lot of times with these kits, they give you like the exact number of beads for the kit. But with this kit specifically, there's actually a bunch of beads left over. So if you mess up, you still have some beads. Angel was so difficult. She was so hard to put together because one of the pink, so the camera picks this up better than IRL. So you'll see she has a slightly darker pink on her antenna, and right here, it's ever so slightly a different pink than the rest of her. I didn't realize that that was a different shade of pink at first, so I had to go back through her head and fix it because I had it intermixed in because this darker pink, I thought this darker pink was the pink for her antenna, so I had to undo all of her antenna and redo them with that proper color. Because let me show you the chart, and it's like, yeah, they had the colors, but I wish there was just ever so slightly more definition. So this is how the chart looks. It's a much darker, you can see the colors are much darker for the different pinks. Like, it's very evident there are 3 types of pink on here, but the actual beads are not as evident. And talking, so it's like, that's how many beads are left over from the Angel kit, but look how many beads, this is the Stitch kit, and look how many beads are left over for him. So it's like, I could probably do another smaller pixel when I'm done with all 4 of the kits. Scrump had beads left over as well. Her bag, I think, I don't know where I put the leftover Scrump bag. It's somewhere in my stuff, but I don't feel like digging for it. But they're really nice perler kits. And I appreciated them, and they fill up like a good hour or so for me just to sit there and do them. So they're one of those nice little kits. I like cute little kits like this that are just easy to do. Because sometimes I want to make something, but I don't want to think about what I need to make. So yeah, I had bought these, and these are actually what got me back into doing perler stuff. So the Pokepixels came because I was doing these. But it also winds up well that I'm doing perler stuff because I'm also doing the kandi stuff now. I definitely think I want to redo Meowth because you'll also notice he's very warped. Like, you'll see my superior lies really nice and flat, and so does Ditto. And, oh, there is another one that I made that I don't have. I made a shiny Gumi, and I don't have that one to share. Like, I can't show that one because it's actually I gave that one to my sister. So she has that one. Alright, but now that I remembered that I wanted to make a bracelet that says Girly Pop, I'm gonna make a bracelet that says Girly Pop. Also, I'm so upset. I accidentally dropped my case of letter beads. It fell off the bed, so the camera, like, look, the lid, it snapped on the hinge. I'm so upset with myself. Alright, I gotta spell Girly Pop. Girly Pop. Dan going feral at the mouth. I'm sorry, I had to stop talking for a second. My throat really hurts because I'm talking so much. It's been a bit since I, like, talked super, super, super much. So my throat's not used to it again. I keep falling out of practice. I just have to refill my water bottle. Also, I'm so happy my local Walmart started selling Canada Dry cranberry again. Normally, it only shows up near the holidays, but I'm so glad it's in stock. I fucking love it. We don't necessarily have to chill in silence. I'm just saying I had to stop talking for just a moment. Because, my throat is just like, hey, bitch. You can probably hear it, too. Because my throat gets raspy after a bit. It just does that. I blame the fact that I was constantly getting strep throat as a kid. Oh, I have an idea. What if... Hear me out. Oh, yeah, check this out. Oh, wait, I should zoom back in. Now that I'm done showing shit off, I should actually zoom properly back in. And put the lighting back. um... Girly pop. Girly poop. It's because my sister and I will say it occasionally about video game characters. We'll just say girly pop. Like, what you doing, girly pop? And I know it's like an actual phrase that some people use, but it's just like, it's just such a fun little jokey kind of phrase for us. So I just wanna... I'm doing it in all pinks and stuff too because my sister loves pink. And since this one's kind of inspired by her, I'm gonna do it in a lot of pinks. I really wanted to. I could spell girly pop in full pink lettering. What do you think? Should I go through my letters and actually find all the pink ones and do this entirely in pink? Since all the rest of the bracelet's gonna be pink. Oh, Spud adores pink. You know what? Let's go for a pink overload. Let's do it. Why the fuck not? I have the ability. We need a pink R. Alright. So we got the girl. And then I need a pink Y. Alright, so we got the girly. Let's put the letters back in their homes. So I need 2 pink P's now. Heh, pee. Oh, that is an I. That is not a P. Get out of here. Alright, I need another pink P. There's like so many yellow P's, which has its own unfortunate implications. There we go. There's another P that's pink. Alright. There we go. So now we have Girly Pop in all pink. A la Spud. And I do know that all of these beads can fit on a candy needle, so yeah. Yellow P. I thought I was being funny. Just a nice, simple little repeating pattern. I think that's the other thing I have sometimes with some of like the making the lizards and stuff like that. Yeah, that should be good. Is like I feel like they're not complicated enough, but it's like there's only so much you can do, and sometimes I just don't want to make something complicated. And that's one of the reasons too why I just kind of make them for me. Yeah, I should do that, but I am being incredibly bad about that. I'm debating if I really want to go forward and like I'm debating if I want to make a whole new overlay or stuff because obviously I'm just gonna no fanfare. I'm just gonna debut Shrimp's new PNG tuber, and that's gonna be my thing. I'm not even gonna tell people I'm gonna be swapping to the new model. No one's gonna know I'm switching to a new model, except I'm saying it right here. But obviously, I still use all of my models for the most part when I'm feeling it. So, all right, we got a nice little girly pop. I switch my Abby on a whim all the time. That's the trouble with being my own artist. I can do what I want. The girly pop. Just a nice bright pink one. You know, I have all these pink beads out. I'm just going to make a bracelet that's just pink. The raw, unadulterated power of girly pop. I have a lime soda in my fridge I need to drink. Because you can get patented Fizzy Faz. Fazbear Entertainment. But Spud likes Monty, but Spud doesn't like lime, and Monty's soda is lime. So I bought the Monty soda so that I'll drink it and give her the collectible bottle. It is a FNAF reference. I like FNAF. Like, I should show you one of my bag layouts. So, like, I'm obsessed with Eda bags, and I have an obscene amount. Um, there we go. That's a little set. So you have girly pop, and then you have the reverse colored. So you just have the nice girly pop. All right, that one's for split. So I actually, funny enough, I actually have one of my Edas right here. So, oh, this actually, and look, this is what I mean by my bags have bead critters on them. So this is my mini axolotl that I designed, I think like last month or so. But I need to make more of this size because they're cute. But you'll see that I have a little Freddy. My sister got me, so this one, the Roxy, the Wet Floor Sign, and the Bonnie, my sister bought me those ones. But I have Freddy, I have Chica, I have another Roxy. Those were blind boxes. I do have Sun and I do have Moon as well. My sister actually got Roxy and I traded her. She also gave me a Sun to go with my Moon, and I gave her Monty. But I also have the old Articuno pin, I have Minotaur, I have Umbreon, I have Mew, I have a Worm on String, I have a little Kuromi Sody Pop, I have a buff Eevee, I have a buff Bulbasaur, I have a buff Squirtle, I have a buff Ditto. I also have this little Carousel Cat by Greer Stothers, I think, on Tumblr. They are an artist with I like their stuff. They make a lot of enamel pins, but this is their cat Panger. And then I have Shriveled Lemon Pig. I actually bought 2 of the Lemon Pig charms. I gave one to Spud. Spud keeps hers on the non-Shriveled Lemon Pig, but I keep mine on Shriveled Lemon Pig. But that's one of my Eda layouts. I do have my work bag as well, which is also here. So this one's not a full completed layout yet. And look, there's another lizard. But I have a All Might Sun and Moon. I have Moonjumper. I have my OC Estelle. I have this little Star Bunny. I have this little alien. I have this pretty dragon that's a glittery one. Competto. I have this little My Melody. My Melody and Pompurin came from a blind box set. I actually had gotten Kuromi, and I gave Kuromi to my sister, and my sister gave me Pompurin instead, because I like Pompurin, she loves Kuromi. I have another sparkly dragon one. This is another Greer Stothers one. It's a Medieval Eclipse. There's a Jirachi shaped like Moonjumper, more Competto, a set of wolves howling, set of foxes, a crow, more Competto. These ones were a gift. The crow I bought, my sister gave me the others. And that's just 2 of my Edas. I have even more. And then you have all of my banners that I just gestured to that you guys... Oops, I don't need you seeing my pajama pants! Even though the funniest bit is my pajama pants matched the table layout. And then I have all my pin banners and everything like that because I'm fucking feral. Yeah. There's Girly Pop. What should I do next? Yeah. Oh yeah, the worm cluster. Yeah, I got a lot of worms. I do have I want to make some more. I gotta finish my worms. I'm thinking I might just get myself to finish them, as I might have I might stream and just make the worm eyes. Do a crocheting stream and just make the worm eyes. Oh, I should make one that just says vibes. That's what I should do. There we go. Just says vibes. Back down to the table with the camera. Also, I definitely think that one of the reasons the camera looked so bad last stream was just because of the fact that I didn't zoom. I didn't have the right lighting and everything. So these ones might not be as easy to see, but these are they're pony beads, but they're like faceted. just says vibes.
Hi, Mr. Chensey. It's going well. I'm just making bracelets. Just for fun. So I just made one that just says vibes.
Let's make. You know what? I haven't used these pearly ones much. Let's just make one that's just a singlet of those. Funny is I have more of the shiny purple ones from this set, which is hilarious considering that purple is my favorite color. So the fact that I have more of them means I didn't use them as much, which is funny to me. But you know this is also the second box of these ones I have gotten. Like, I do love how these ones look. They're just a nice little pastel. Stretch. Add it in these. Cool. It's a nice simple singlet. Debating if I want to start. Maybe I'll start making the worm cuff. Maybe that's what I'll do. So I'll start making the worm cuff. Real question is, what colors do I want to make the worm cuff? Probably do the worm cuff with sparkly ones because I have a lot of sparkly ones. Sparkles are my favorite. And I did just make a cuff using sparkles as a base. So, right. Worm cuff, worms. Sparkly worms, worm time. So, so this cuff's base is done. Let me zoom out a little bit. This cuff was done with a blue and purple. So these ones pop off of it more. So I'm thinking to maybe do yellow pink or yellow orange as the cuff base for the worm one, because it's got to be taller. So I'm going to make it taller. I'm trying to remember how many X's I put through this one. I didn't say it was 8. Yeah, it's like 8. It's worm time. Get out of here. Next question. Where did I put my cord? There it is. So I'm gonna just dump a bunch of beads onto this. Listen to that ASMR as I rasp all over it. So let's start with that and then I can go from there. AC off. Off. Oh, what the fuck? No, get off of Celsius. I don't need Celsius. I use freedom units. We'll start with this and I can tie more cord on as needed. Yellow. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Then I rasped all over it. Whoops, that's not the pattern I wanted. Get back here. Get your bead tingles in this way. Sorry, I said tingle and my brain just goes, and I'm just thinking of Tinkle from fucking Legend of Zelda. Send help. SOS. I'm being held captive in the rupee mines. I realized though, I totally messed this whole pattern up from the get-go, because I started with 2 yellow, and then I did the 1 pink and the 2 orange, and then I swapped to doing the yellow as the in-between. Hi. I totally am a good crafter, and I pay attention to my own patterns. Anyway, so I want to do 2 yellow, and then a pink, then 2 orange, and then a pink. I want pink to be the accent color, and then I want yellow and orange as the main colors. I'm good at crafting, I swear. I said like a liar. No, I almost did it again. I almost did it again where I almost swapped doing the yellow as the in-betweens. But I can't do that. I need pink as the in-between. Two more. should be good. Yeah, hi, my name's Bun, and sometimes I'm a fucking dumbass. Alright, that gets to go into there. And to save myself... I've never claimed to be smart. I have Discord. Please tell me I didn't ignore something from my sister. Nope, I didn't ignore something from my sister. Alright, so this cuff I think will be the last part of what I'm going to do on stream today. Because my friend wants to play Lethal. I want to say it's... Yeah, this is the pattern I need. I had to remember how to... Alright. I let him know that I will join them after I finish streaming, but I want to make this cuff, and that this cuff will probably take me between 30 to an hour to make. Just based off of other cuffs that I've made in the same style, I know that they have taken that long, so. But who knows? The more I do these cuffs, I might get a little bit better at doing them, so I might speed up eventually. Well, it also helps. I'm not doing this one with a migraine. So the funniest thing is, this cuff was made, the entirety of this cuff was made with a very heavy migraine pounding in my head. So I just put on a couple videos about monkey ball cheaters, and I went to town on this while my head was trying to actively murder me last night. Because I have chronic migraine and I do not want to let it keep me down from what I want to do. These first couple rows are so fiddly. Like, that's the one thing I have really noticed, like, with these X-base cuffs, is they can be really... No! I did it! No! Bad bun brain. I keep wanting to make yellow the accent color, but I want pink as the accent color. Yeah. See, I find it so, like, to me, it's actually more fascinating people who don't get any form of headache, because I've had chronic migraine since childhood. I have had chronic headaches since I was a kid. My mother has chronic headaches. My sister has chronic headaches. Like, we all have chronic migraine. And they range in severity. So, whenever I hear about people who just dead ass don't get headaches at all, I'm just like, I wish that were me. What the hell does that feel like? Like, man, I get a headache if I fucking just... I can get a headache just from the simple fact of just, like, forgetting to drink for, like, an hour, maybe. Or I can be doing nothing. I could have gotten enough sleep. I could be well hydrated. I could have eaten. I could be vibing away from screens in the middle of nature, and I can still get struck with a headache. And it's just like, ugh. Like, because that's the thing, is like, that's the worst part for me specifically, is because there are so many ways that a headache can start. that I have to go through a whole laundry list of symptoms and such, and like causes. Like, I have to go through a whole trajectory every time I get a migraine. I have to go through it. Is this just a migraine because my brain is dumb and it likes to be swollen and stupid? Or when did I eat last? Do I need to stop looking at a screen? Like, my migraines make me go through this whole list, and it's because it's like I can't just take Excedrin or something the moment my head starts hurting, or if I feel a headache coming. I can't just instantly go, oh, I'm gonna take Excedrin and that's my pain relief, because sometimes that's not the cause of it. Like, Excedrin won't do shit if that's not the cause of why I have a headache. So I have to go through this full list that can take like up to an hour or so to see if it's like, oh, did I drink? So I have to drink something, and then I have to wait to see if it's going to actually get the headache to go away. Or same thing with eating. Did I eat? So I have to go through and like eat something, and then I have to wait to see if the headache goes away. And then if it doesn't, I have to try the next solution. And if that doesn't work, then it's just like, oh, this is just a headache. Now I can take my meds. But normally by that point, I have been suffering for at least an hour trying to problem solve of what is causing my head to hurt. And last night was a case of that, where I did not know what was causing my headache last night. So I had to go through the whole like laundry list of things to try and get my head to stop hurting. The answer was it was just a migraine. It was just a migraine. So that was that answer. Like, that is the real joy of having a chronic headache. Chronic migraine, just get wrecked on the regular. Oh, this row's fun because now I have to remember the order to go through so that they match the colors properly. So I have to go. They really are. No need. Absolutely no need. My body needs to stop being a dumpster fire for 5 seconds. Yeah. See, my thing is, I am unfortunately so used to them that I will straight up still do my day job and everything with a full-blown migraine happening. Like, I will be making faces and squinting because the light hurts my eyes, it's too much, it hurts. But I'll still go to work and stand in the bright-ass kitchen lights and work. At my old job, I used to have the ability to turn the lights off when my head hurt too much, so I would just turn the lights off in the room that I worked in, which is fine because we still had like there were still windows and stuff like that, so I still had enough light to do what I needed to do. But I could turn the abrasive overhead kitchen lights off for a bit. I can't do that because we just have one big back area, and that's our kitchen. At my current workplace, headaches, they are just. Like I said, I'm just so stupidly used to them, unfortunately, that I have ways to just work while I have a headache. It's the same thing with all my other pains and stuff like that. It's just, I'm so used to them at this point that it's just... Like, the other day, I was at work, and I felt like something was stabbing me in my leg and everything, and it's just like, no, I still have, like, 4 hours left on my shift, so, we'll deal with that later. Kind of thing. It's just like, you get so used to the pain, and then I'll talk to someone, and I'll be like, I always feel so bad when I do this, but I'll be talking to someone, and I'll be talking about, like, somehow the point of, like, chronic illness or chronic pain comes up, and I will talk about how much pain I am in, and how it's just like, yeah, but it's normal, so it's like, you just gotta put up with it. And when I describe what the pain, like, the way I analogize it sometimes, people look at me like I'm fucking insane, and they're like, you function like this, and I'm like, yeah. Like, specifically, if I describe my bursitis pain, the bursitis one, I think, is the one that kills people the most. I was just like, yeah, you know how sometimes you'll see me, I limp a little bit. It's just because it feels like my leg hurts. The best way I find to describe it to people, to, like, tell them how it feels, is imagine someone put a zip tie around your hip joint and they've tightened it. So you've got this tightened zip tie on your leg, and you can't take the zip tie off, and it hurts. But you can't do anything about it. You just have to kind of exist with that zip tie on your leg. And sometimes the person who put the zip tie on your leg will come in with like a dull spoon and dig right where the zip tie is. So it already hurts, but then they'll dig at it. And that's how I describe bursitis pain to people who don't have it. Is sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse, and sometimes someone is stabbing me in my hip joint and it fucking hurts. But I still have to do work. And then there's the other times where it's just like I'll have other stabbing pains throughout my body because my body is a literal dumpster fire. Like, I can't describe how often I work through shoulder pain. Like, even right now, my shoulder is burning. My left shoulder hurts like a motherfucker, but there's nothing I can really do for it. It's an old injury. Have I think I've told the bike story on stream before of how I messed up my left arm. So as a child, I grew up in a little like suburbia area for a few years before I moved to where I currently live. And there weren't really any places to go. There weren't like a park or anything for me to go play at. And I really wanted to fly a kite. So I decided a really bright idea. This was how my dolphin brain went. Is if I'm on a bike, I kick up my own wind. There's enough force for me on a bike to make a wind. So if I ride my bike while pulling my kite behind me, I will be able to fly my kite without wind. Unfortunately for me, my kite that I had at the time was shaped like a fighter jet, and it nosedived straight into my bike spokes. And my favorite hoodie that I used to wear back then was a oversized hoodie. So the bottom of my hoodie went over the back of my seat, so it caught the seat. So when the bike starts going down, because the kite went in the bike spokes, my jacket was caught on the seat, so I couldn't just jump off the bike to prevent myself from falling with the bike. So I went from being at full force pedal speed, and then I toppled over, and my entire body landed on my left arm and shoulder, and I sprained my arm really badly, to the point that my shoulder is still messed up to this day. But that's just one. That's just my own stupidity that led to that. But yeah. So it's like it's one of those things where it's like I'll describe that kind of stuff to people, and it's just like, yeah, it just feels like someone's got like a butter knife and they're kind of just gently wedging it into between my blades, and it's just a burning sensation. And it's just like, but you get used to it because there's no real way to deal with it. And I always feel bad because people will look at me with such abject horror and like pity, and I'm like, oh, right. It's not even like necessarily that it's so rough on me or whatever. It's just shit happens. Like I said, I'm used to it at this point. And it's one of those things. It's like I'll describe it, and it's like that's the exact response kind of thing. Is like people are just like, what the hell? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. You know, shit happens. That's life. Look how nice this is looking so far. Okay, let's see. It's orange, pink, yellow. It's and other people have it worse than I do. Like that's the other thing that I think is like I've always been told growing up is like other people have it worse. So it's like, I try not to linger my thoughts on it because it's not going to help anyone. There's no treatment for it, really. I've been to the doctor on and off since I was in middle school, and there's nothing you can really do. You just have to deal with it. That's just how it is. You get used to it. That's just the easiest way to describe. That's the easiest way I have to say it. It's like it doesn't bother me. Like, end of the day, I need to state that as it. Yeah, sometimes it can be a bit of a pain in the ass, but it doesn't necessarily bother me. And some days, yeah, I will curl up in a ball because I can't move because everything fucking hurts and feels like it's on fire. But you take the bad with the good. Like I'll have a good stint of days where I'll be okay. Like honestly, right now, the only reason it hurts and stuff like that is I just have a bit of a flare up going on. But it'll pass as it always does, and then I'll have a period where I'll feel okay. And then I'll have another case where it's like I don't feel as great, but that's the nature of the beast. But yeah, so it's always one of those things that it's funny to me. Like at this point in my life, like back when I was first diagnosed and stuff and like was first experiencing all the pain issues and stuff, I was like not happy camper, but nowadays I'm just like, yeah, it's whatever. I have a cane that I can whack people with if I need to. I keep a cane in my car that I can hit someone with. um I can say that I have legitimately chronic sleepy bitch disease. Okay, that was weird, OBS. Why did you do that? My OBS was just like, hey, we're connecting to the chat room. Did you disconnect for a second? I didn't see any disconnection messages. Like, hey, don't do that. Let me finish streaming. I want to make this cuff. I'm not going to make... Wow, I just completely bunked that bead up. Wow, that is all sorts of tangles. Anyway. But yeah, so it's just one of those things. Just deal with it. So earlier I was I went down, changing the topic. I went downstairs earlier to do something. I went to do dishes, and I went downstairs, and I couldn't. Joey wasn't in my dad's room, and he wasn't on the back of the couch. I was like, oh, he must be upstairs then. But I go around the corner to the living room, and the little chonker's taking up like half the couch. He's just curled up on the cushion, and he just sticks his little head up like, hi, Mom. Hello, parent. I see you're here. I am also here. And he was just so full of rumbles. He's such a chunky little rumble boy. Like, fucking love that man. Such a good little bean when he wants to behave. Chunky little nugget. Oh yeah, but I'm not gonna make the worms for the worm cuff today. I'm just gonna make the cuff itself, like the base cuff, with its bumpers. Yeah, he's such a good chunky boy. Maybe I'll spam more photos of him in chat later. He's my chunky nugget. His newest thing. So Joey's current thing is we've had a pipe problem. I think I've bitched about this before. So Our pipe had been broken and everything like that, so my dad ended up like turning the water off, so we have to turn the water on and then the pipe will still leak, but it's like it's easier than emptying buckets all the time. So because of that, we can't like use the upstairs bathroom like normal, so it's like we'll go downstairs to the downstairs bathroom instead. And Joey's current thing is if you go downstairs to use the downstairs bathroom and he knows you're going downstairs, when you go to close the door, he'll put his paw in and whip the door open. He just whips the door straight open, and it's like, Joseph! Child! And he'll wedge himself in. He'll look at you while you're on the toilet, and then he'll leave. And he'll leave the door wide open behind him. He'll just come straight in, and he'll throw the door open, and then he leaves the door wide open as he leaves. Yeah, it's so funny because he'll put his big chunky paw in the door, he'll cuff his paw around, and then whip it open. Because he's a big cat. Like, I've shown the picture of him, like, me holding him up in the hallway by his shoulders, and he's as long as my torso. He's a giant cat, and it's like, even when the upstairs bathroom still worked, he would do something similar. He would follow you up and then just be like, no, you can't poop without me. I need to be included. But God help if you went to the basement where his litter boxes are and watched him do it, he'll be like, no, I can't, I'm embarrassed, I'm exposed, you can't watch this is private. And it's like, Joseph, child. Fucking love that cat. Oh, but this was something I was talking about on Discord the other day to some friends, and I was thinking about adding, so specifically for crafting streams, I was thinking about adding a set of rewards where you could pick bead color, or like you could pick a project of beads for certain amounts of points. So like you could pick a reward that's like make a singlet, make a cuff kind of thing. I'd have to figure out what point values, but I figured that could be something fun to just have, and like I'll turn them on and off depending on the stream itself. Because obviously, like, I don't want to have to stop. If I'm in a drawing stream, I can't stop to do cuffs and stuff like that, because that's a whole different setup. The setup I use when I'm drawing versus the setup I use when I'm crafting is a completely different thing. I do them in completely different areas of the house. But I thought that could potentially be something fun to do, is like pick the color of a cuff, or pick the color, pick a project. So it's like, say, like, the color option would be like a little like cheaper than like picking the full project kind of thing, if that makes sense. But I figured that could be just a fun interactive type thing. Spice it up instead of me sitting here and just being like, hey, what do you guys want to see? Like, because obviously it's like I could make whatever, but I like getting the input because it's fun. I like the fun fact, there's like a full fun thumb's length. I just got this yesterday. If you want to talk about projects that eat up a lot of supplies. But yeah, so Joey just likes to throw the doors straight open, and it's just like, Joseph! Like, he did that to me this morning, too, and I'm just like, Joey! Because it's like, I went downstairs half awake, because it was just like, I had to. And he's just like, I'm coming in. And he doesn't stay. But the joke's on him sometimes, so our downstairs bathroom's a lot smaller than our upstairs bathroom. So if I shut the door behind him when he walks in, he gets trapped in there with me. And I can deal with his gunky eyes, because Joey has like, I think he has a dust allergy or something. We're not sure. We've never had him tested. But he's one of those cats that has like constantly runny eyes. Like, the pet that just has the eyes that are constantly gunky and running. Joey's been that way since he was a kitten. We think it's both a mix of probably allergies, but Joey also, when he was very little, like only a couple months old, he got a really bad cold. Like he got a really bad cat cold as a child, as a kitten. So we think it's potentially something he's got, like that leftover respiratory issue. We knew that when we adopted him. So, but he hates. So he's 9. So reminder, he's 9 years old. So Joey has always had runny eyes, and so we constantly have to clean his eyes. He fucking hates it. He's 9 years old and he's been putting up with us cleaning his eyes, and he still hates it, and he'll run. He knows what a tissue is, and he knows, he's like, nope, no, I don't care that this is good for me and will make me feel better, and I'll purr when you're done, but so because he likes to join in the bathroom, I have started shutting the door behind him so he can't leave. So he gets stuck in the bathroom with me, and it's like, you brought this upon yourself. So he'll get stuck in the bathroom with me, and then I'll fix his runny face, and he gets so upset, and he like runs after, and he's like, Mom, I can't believe you, Mom. Why have you done this? But it's like the only way to easily deal with his runny eyes. And it's like, Joey, stop this. You little heathen. I love him. He's so fucking stupid. But yeah, so that's how his but he hasn't learned his lesson. Because he'll still whip the bathroom door open, even though he knows that 9 out of 10 times I will most likely trap him in there with me and deal with his gunky eyes. Like the little menace that he is. Isn't it so fun to just watch this cuff like go from just a single strand of beads, and it just becomes this whole thing? Like, it's so funny. I had this idea the other day, but can you imagine if I made a long Furby using this? A kandi long Furby? How fucking cool would that be? I want one. And I plan to make it. But that's gonna be a whole other can of worms type project. But I think it would just look so fucking cool. Alright, how many rows up am I on? 1x, 2x, 3x. I think I need to do 2 more x's? What did I throw my cuff? My x is gonna do. X, 2x, 3x. Actually, me trying to figure out, because I want to make it 1 row bigger. I think I need to do 2 more X's. Cats are such lovey-dopey idiots. It's so good. Like, I went downstairs earlier and he was just such a lovey little lad. And I'm like, oh, Joey. Oh, Joey! He would have loved if I did stream downstairs, because then he gets pets. Blue, yellow, white pearls with a little I am the hype in black letters. Alright. Can you put that in the lobby hobby so I can remember to do it? Because I won't get to it on stream today. But if you go pop it in chat, I can do that later. Dan's just gonna get a whole package from the States that's just full of beads. I had an idea. Oh, I know what I gotta do. Dan, when I send you your I gotta go get a couple, but yeah, I might send you an actual worm on string when I send you all your bracelets. I might have to do that. Oh, yeah. Well, I looked up on my corkboard and I have actual worm on string on my corkboard, but it's like, I gotta order more beads and beads alone don't hit the free shipping option on Amazon because I don't pay for Prime because I don't order enough shit from Amazon. But I was like, I could get more worms because I could incorporate like actual worm on strings into some of these cuffs. Like that could be really fun. I fucking love worm on string. And I know you can get like 1,000 worms for not terribly much money on Amazon too. I could totally order like a box of worms or something when I order more beads. Mostly because I'm looking at my bucket and it's like already like halfway empty, and I just bought this yesterday. Well, I didn't buy it yesterday. I got it yesterday. It came in the mail. It was so funny though. So I had been waiting all day for my package to show up yesterday. Because I paid for speedy shipping, so I would get it on a Sunday. And I had been waiting and waiting, and it hadn't come yet. And then my sister and I were going out to do our errands. And as my sister and I are leaving our house to go do our errands, we see the mail truck at the mailbox, and I was like, oh cool, my package. But it was kind of funny because they're just like sitting there for a bit, and then they zoom away. They didn't even shut the mailbox was left wide open, and they just shoved the bucket of beads into my mailbox. Well, it was in its packaging obviously, but it was really funny. Just like both my bead packages were just shoved in the mailbox, which is extra funny because normally with like those kind of packages, they'll go and put them on my porch. I have an enclosed porch. Yeah, and there are a couple other bucket colors that I plan. There's a glow in the dark. There's a glow in the dark version of this that I want to get. Like, I am just looking at how fast I'm chewing through this bucket already, and I'm just like, oh damn. Because this was filled to the brim when I got it, and I'm already about like halfway down, and I'm not done with this cuff yet. But to be fair, the jelly beads are my absolute favorite, so I'm not. That's why I bought the big bucket instead of just buying the little packs, because these jelly ones are some of my absolute favorites to work with. I just think they're really fucking pretty. And they have always been my favorite because they're really fucking pretty. It's gonna be interesting to see what what mods Aster puts in Lethal tonight, because he handles our mod pack. But some of the people we play with, they can't have all the mods that Aster and I do with duos because their computers will explode. So I'm very curious to see what he'll curate tonight. Alright. I don't think I'm gonna do the 3D bumpers on the cuff tonight. I might just finish doing the X's. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I gotta do it. I don't know if this is gonna be enough to do the row. I think this should be a big enough cuff. I'm like debating if I need to add more cord on to do another row on this cuff or not. But yeah, there's like a glow in the dark version. There's like a neon bucket of beads, and it's like they look so cool. And it's like so the rainbow cord that I'm using today, right? They're so fucking, and they also just make such good noises too. And I kind of want to make one that's like I want to do one and like use some of my mermaid beads, so like the seashells and stuff like that. I think if I use like the blue and purple and the green jelly beads as the base, and then I do like some like fun stuff with stringing these on, could be really fun. Like not a rotating cuff per se, just a big 3D cuff I think would look really cool with that. I was watching like Kandi TikToks earlier to kind of get a little bit of inspo, and just because it's cool. Like, I just think they're neat. And like I said, I want to make another one like this with the jelly beads. I think the next one I might do the green, like I might do like a green pink, and I'm not sure what the other one. I might do green pink purple. I think like this would be really cool. If you can't tell, this one's a star. It needs to be shaped a little bit, but um but I think this would look really good. Like I might do that later. Is do the green, blue, purple version because this one's pink, yellow, and blue. This one ended up being like pansexual, and I was just like, you know what? I can vibe with that. Hmm. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, you're so big brain, Dan. Damn, look at that brain on Dan. And that would go because I made this last night, and I was thinking about turning this into a I was gonna turn this into a necklace, have this like be a centerpiece on a necklace, like you know some of those candy necklaces where it's like thin strands and then the big chunky middle piece. Um, but I made this little alien dude, and this one's using the jellies, so he's nice and he's all sparkly. Um, I gotta figure out how to. I want to design some stuff like this too. I think that'd be really cool. Like, it's so fun. This is just such a fun little hobby. I had to restart the alien dude so many times, and I actually had to tie string onto it because it kept running out. Right. So I want to say should be tall enough. So it's 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x. And I want to say this was a 3.5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so that was a 3.5x. So, all right. Let's close this cuff off. Yeah! It's more like weaving. So, I can show an example of how the alien one was put together once I finish this cuff base. What I might do is I might just make like a set of solid worms. Wow, I cut this cord so close, like just enough to get it. Like look how much cord I have left on this cuff after doing the top row. This kind of reminds me of like, you know, like pineapple. How like some people illustrate a pineapple. Yeah, like a pixely pineapple. Like it makes me think of that. Sorry, I like pulled it off camera. It's because I'm trying to tie the knot and it's easier to see it facing me. There's our little cuff base. Well, let's just test it on out. There's Dan's worm, so we'll pop this little. Like, obviously, I still have to put the bumpers, and I think for the worms for this cuff, they'll have to have 1 or 2 more clear beads. But eventually, we'll be able to just worm. And it should. I think it'll only fit 1 worm, because I'm looking at it, like, on here, because I know that the bumper is going to take about this much space. So it's going to have like just enough space for the worm to spin on it, which I think will look cool. But that's how it's looking so far. That being said, I am going to end stream on that note. We got a good bit of stuff done on stream today. Like, we got this whole X base. We got this X base worked on. We made the girly pop set, we made the vibes bracelet, we made this pearly one, we made radical, we have the worm bracelet done, I restring sparkle on, fictional man lover got restrung, and then we made kitty. We also, where do we throw that cuff? Finished making this whole cuff. Like, this itself is a cuff as well, like, but we made this one to finish this cuff off. So, like, I would say that was a pretty productive candying for about 3.5 hours worth of beading. But that being said, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I got a lot done, and I will catch you guys the next time I stream. Do I know when it'll be? No, I never know. So as I always say, I'll catch you on the next stream. You know as well as I do when that'll be. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday night, and I will catch you all next time.